Got some extra weight in my pockets. Hi folks, it's Silver Dave at local Silver Mint in Ware, New Hampshire. And today I want to talk about 3 reasons for a coming silver price explosion. Three main reasons to talk about, though there's probably about 25 or more reasons why this might happen. But today I want to focus just on 3 of them. You probably know what I'm about to do. If you have seen some of my videos, you're probably thinking, oh, he's about to bring up the debt clock, isn't he? Oh, I guess I am. Yes. So I want to show you on the debt clock a few different metrics that I think are really important to why I see the silver price explosion coming. The first one is the paper silver ratio. The amount of futures contracts for silver that are being sold relative to the amount of physical silver being produced. And so, how much are they selling versus how much is there? Well, at this moment, you got 406.79 to 1. That means that the wonderful and honest people at the futures commodities markets, they are selling 406.79 ounces for every 1 ounce of silver produced. 407 ounces of silver on paper for every 1 ounce of silver produced. Can you believe how ridiculous that is? I mean, you would say that that's criminal, except that it isn't, because they legalized it for themselves about 15 years ago. And so if you did this, oh, you would get in big trouble. But luckily, they wrote laws that allow the futures commodities markets to sell silver that they don't have. Roughly in about 2017 is when the restrictions were largely, almost entirely removed. Now, why does this number matter? This number matters because when 407 out of every 408 guys find out that the silver they thought they owned, sitting in a vault somewhere with their name on it, doesn't exist, well, they're going to be pretty angry. But also, when that happens, the value of the actual silver that does exist would go up tremendously. And the reason being that, imagine that you have to bear in mind that the spot price is largely generated off of this market, the futures commodity market and the paper contracts. And on paper, it appears that there's 407 times as much silver than there actually is.
Good morning, Dave.
Hey, good morning to you.
Oh, I see you're wearing suspenders. That's interesting. Is it a fashion choice or is there a reason?
Oh, well, I'm just trying to keep my pants up. Got some extra weight in my pockets from my everyday carry.
Oh, what's in your everyday carry?
Well, I always like to keep a little silver in my pockets just in case. You never know.
Oh, that's interesting. Can I see what you're carrying?
Oh, I guess I could show you.
Okay.
So I always like to keep a couple 100-ounce bars.
Gosh.
Well, and I also, just in case I need something a little smaller, I keep some 10-ounce bars. Ooh. Also, this is some different 10-ounce bars just in case you need them. Oh, just a few more.
Wow, that's a lot of...
yeah, well, but I also like to keep some rounds, you know, some 1-ounce rounds, just in case.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Yep, well, but you never know. I also like to always keep a pair of silver barbells just in case I want to work out on the go. Just kind of,
Holy
just in case.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff you have.
Well, but I'm not done. Actually, I also like to just keep
You're
some
kidding me.
10-ounce bars
How
too.
deep do those pockets go?
Well, you asked about the suspenders, and then also, just in case, just keep some coins.
Gosh.
Sometimes you never know what you're gonna encounter.
Wow, that's incredible. Everyday
Yeah, well, but I'm not done. You actually like to keep some 1/10 ounce silver for barters and trades, just in case that happens. And also a tube of 1 ounce Canadian maple leaf gold.
Gold.
Just you never know. Sometimes you don't want to be caught off guard without the right things for the situation. And my back pockets. I keep a.
Holy sword.
You never know if you're gonna run into some trouble.
Goodness.
And you always have a spare. Just in case your situation. Keep a spare if you encounter some trouble. And yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you're carrying that all around with you all day, every day. Every single day?
This is for today. I actually took it a little easy today, but I usually like to have a little more just in case. So that's where the suspenders are really important, just to keep my pants up when I'm got just a couple pieces of silver.
That's incredibly heavy. I can't believe you're carrying that around all day.
Well, it's an uncertain world, and you don't want to be caught off guard without some precious metals.
It does look a little light, actually. It looks a little light on 1/10 ounce rounds.
Oh boy, this is embarrassing. I better go and buy a few thousand more 1/10 ounce from local silver mint. So it looks like there's silver everywhere, but actually the silver that exists is a little speck. And that, to me, is a big reason why the price is so low on silver, because they have papered over the silver market and saturated the silver market with paper. And so it looks like there's a bazillion ounces out there, but there isn't. There's very little. And when this paper silver bubble pops, I could see the silver price going 100, 200, even 400x for a period of time. Though I think that around that time, the commodities markets are going to go bankrupt and they won't be able to deliver on the silver or on the dollars. And so that makes the spot price stop ticking, because they stop coming to work because of the angry mobs. So I think we may see the silver price go in the trajectory of even a 400x. But I don't know if we'll see the spot price tick that high, because right around that time period, I think we'll see a financial meltdown. Big problem. And that's where you're not going to want to sell your silver for dollars. And the spot price won't matter. It'll be about what can you trade your silver for? Goods, services, land. So that's the first one. Paper-silver ratio. This is amazing, folks. 407 to 1. Note, the gold is 130 to 1. So you can see there's a lot more paper silver relative to actual silver than there is paper gold relative to actual gold produced. So I see silver going up at a much higher percentage. The next thing is the gold-silver ratio. For thousands of years, gold and silver have typically been a 1 to 15 ratio. In America, 1 to 16 ratio for like 1,000 years. And so, and also side note, in the background you might hear some like it almost sounds like M&Ms. I get guys in the back packaging 1/10 ounce silver, only about 25,000 little rounds. And they're packaging them up. So if you hear that sound back there, that's what that is. So back to gold-silver ratio. In America, for the past 1,000 years, in England, and all around the world, for thousands of years, 1 to 15 ratio gold-silver has been common. And that means that 1 ounce of gold was equal in value to 15 ounces of silver. Right now, the gold-silver ratio is 1 to 85. And so at a 1 to 85 ratio, this tells me that silver is tremendously undervalued relative to gold. And we see gold has been going up lately, and so I anticipate a sort of slingshot effect coming up sometime soon with silver. Now for silver to go to a 1 to 15 ratio with gold, we would see silver go to $164 an ounce to be back at that 1 to 15 ratio. And that would be gold not going up anymore. I think gold is going to go up a lot more also. So I see that silver number going much higher as well. The last thing that I'm going to mention here is the interest on the debt versus the national defense budget. Well, about a month ago, I reported on the fact that the interest on the national debt had exceeded the national defense budget. That was a month ago. So 1 month ago, these numbers were the same. And in just one month, the interest on the debt has exceeded the national defense budget by almost $30 billion. And so now interest on the debt in 1 month is $30 billion higher than the national defense budget. The 4 biggest things the government's spending money on right now: Medicare at $1.8 trillion, Social Security at just about $1.5 trillion, national defense at $929 billion, and interest on the debt at $953 billion. Don't forget, there's about 100 other things they're paying for. And then when we subtract the federal tax revenue at $4.9 trillion, you'll notice there's about $1 trillion missing. They're about $1 trillion short of paying for all their expenses. And so this tells me that if they can't pay their basic expenses, including the interest, by $1 trillion, they're either going to default or they're going to borrow more money. And if I had to guess, they're going to borrow more money. But if they borrow more money, this number is going to go up even higher. And so we're watching the end game here, folks. No one can take America's financial system seriously when they pay more on interest than national defense. You really can't take anyone seriously when they're at that place. And so this shows me that they are producing dollars, and they are going to produce a lot more dollars that they're going to have to borrow just to keep the ball rolling. And so never mind if they have to pay for even like bigger expenses like a war or some other issue that might happen. You can anticipate, as your weather forecast, we can anticipate rising silver prices and gold prices, some extreme volatility in the silver sector. But 3 big reasons why a silver price explosion is coming. And yes, expect it, it's coming. I hope you're stacking silver. A big percentage of your stack, low premium silver, that gives you a dollar inflation hedge, about 10 to 30% of your stack in little tiny pieces of silver for barters and trades, so you can buy basic essential supplies regardless of the condition of the financial system or internet access. Thank you so much, folks, for watching this video. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Silver Dave at Local Silver Mint, and remember to keep on stacking. So basically, you probably already figured out that we're expanding, we're doing a lot of production. Basically, for 12 years, I've been pushing at this silver mission, and we already have 2 companies, and now here we are at it again. It did me more than I did it. And basically now, all the perfect things are happening at the same time. And basically, we have like the perfect configuration of everything: the sales, the volume, the dealers, and we have all the resources we can possibly want. For some reason, I keep buying all the things that we want, and we keep having more money. I got 420 pounds of silver on my desk. Boy, it's been a hell of a day. Whoops.
Dang, I missed it.
He's worth his weight in gold. I think he needs a raise.
Worth his weight in gold. How much do you weigh?